We have been with the McClelland Financial Group for 26 years now, and it's been an excellent experience. We've enjoyed the friendly staff and the information that we have been given. Yes, we've been very happy with the plans because it's given a redistribution of the monies, and it has given us good strategies for taxable purposes. And what happens in our meetings, I find that Rob plants little seeds for future sort of work. It gives you time to think them over, and then all of a sudden they become your idea. And you can, then it's a mutual thing as you work through it. It's good because you don't feel pressured into making a decision, but it just becomes, it doesn't become yours, but it is a mutual thing that you work through. Well, one of his percolation seed things has taken about 3 years to finally come to fruition, but it was a good strategy, and it's been in the back of my mind. And finally, my husband was able to see what I was talking about, and it's something that we have set up with the financial team. Yeah, I think the one thing that we found very, very helpful has been the estate planning, and we've been given good strategies, and I think they make sense. And there's also, you can bring in your family and talk things over at Rob's office, which I find would be a very comfortable place to talk with your children about their future. Well, both our son and our daughter and their spouses have interests with your financial group, and going through my mother's estate, I found, because she was with Rob, it made things much simpler, and this is what we're hoping will happen with our children, that the estate planning will be up to date, and they'll be able to handle things much easier than if we were with someone else who doesn't present this service. I think this is a really important service that they do. Well, the one thing I notice about the office is that everybody is happy, and no matter when you call, everybody is helpful. So I like the atmosphere in the office. The other thing that I found very helpful was in 2008, there was a big turn down in the financial. And Rob gave us strategies and information that made us not panic. So he educates also as he does his presentations. And looking at other people and how they coped with that turn down of the economy, I think our information was superior to what most of our friends had. Our daughter, Janet, worked with Rob and Mike in a restaurant. I think Rob was their boss. And Rob invited us to a presentation at the Burton house when he was first starting up. And we asked Janet, what do you think of this guy? And she said, well, when you work in the restaurant industry and you're the waitress, you carry your money with you. And she says, Mike and Rob were the only two that she would ever pass her money belt to, because it was always the same when it came back. He was trustworthy. So we went to this presentation, and we were very impressed with what we saw. And Ray had some trouble with his eyes. He couldn't go do the stocks in the stock pages anymore. They were too small. So, it just was a logical time to go with someone else. And both being professionals, we felt that somebody who was a professional financier could certainly do the job better than we could do it. That wasn't our forte. We were quite impressed with what went on and have been happy ever since.